Hi, good evening. This is Suzanne Seeley with Suzanne Style Snips. Tonight I'm going to be talking about interior decorating, something I did for decades, and something that's always going to be close to my heart. Even as a child, I loved kind of making things prettier, and remember doing it as I was growing up, even when I didn't have a room of my own. I would try to make it pretty. But one of the questions that I get asked the most as an interior decorator, and one of the most difficult topics that people deal with, is color. And that is for good reason, because color is a bold statement. It defines a room. It sets a mood. It is something you have to live with once you put it in place. Color is critically important, and you really should stop and think about color and give it a lot of thought, and certainly experiment with it a lot before you indulge yourself in a color scheme. So, when I walk into a home, if I'm invited into a home on a consultation, and I am invited to ask to explore color options for a client. Let's say there is nothing in the room. We are starting from a blank slate. I will look for a leader in that room. I will look for, is there tile anywhere in the house? What are the tones in the hardwood flooring? What about the cabinets in the kitchen or in the bathroom? What are the tones, the wood tones? Are they orange, like an orangey mahogany? Are they cherry wood? Are they white? Those are important factors. Then I'm going to look at the floors. Is there marble on the floor? What color is it? Is there marble on a fireplace surround? Is there a wood mantle? If so, what are the tones in the wood? In other words, I'm looking for permanent features in a room that I must consider when I'm selecting my color scheme in order for the whole room to work. So let's say we take the tones out of a marble fireplace surround. Let's say that they're kind of a coppery, the veins in the marble are white, but it's kind of a coppery and brown, very beautiful marble in the surround. I might select from there that coppery color, and I might choose a fabric that's a coppery color and then go off of that, and I will want to pick a neutral. It can be white, it can be cream, it can be taupe, it can be gray, but a neutral. My copper is going to be my dominant color, and then from that I'm going to need another color that really combines beautifully with it. Let's say I decide I'm going to use aubergine. Great. Aubergine is a lovely browny purple, goes well with the copper. Then what I can do is I can choose various tones of that aubergine. I might pluck out the lavender, pluck out a little bit of the purple, and I might accent with those colors. Now, I didn't make up that copper and aubergine. I took it right out of the marble. You do the same thing if let's say you don't have marble and you're going, okay, I don't have marble. Now where do I go with these colors? I look at my floor and I see, oh, I've got an orange tones to the floor. Well, okay, what colors go really well with orangey colors? I might decide again on the copper. I might decide on a teal would be very beautiful with copper, and I might go with varying shades of teal, and then the neutral. I don't want you to add a lot of color, or I don't think it's a wise idea to add a lot of different colors, because if you do, each color is like a noise in the room, and your room, the more colors you add, the noisier your room will get. My next tip on color is always try color out on your wall and watch that wall for 24 hours to see how the light affects the color. And different paint manufacturers will have different finishes of paint. You'll have eggshell, you'll have matte, you'll have different oil base even, but you'll have different finishes that will react differently with the light from the various times of the day, so you want to be careful with that. Let's say you have a favorite painting. Just look in that painting and take your colors out of the painting. You were obviously attracted to the painting because of the colors, and you wanted to live with those colors, and you find them very attractive and very appealing. Maybe you want to put that beautiful, rich painting on a neutral wall so that you'll give it some pop. Or maybe you've got a piece of furniture that's got a needlepoint cushion on it, and you need to pick out from the needlepoint design, you need to pick out your colors. Or you have a particular floral fabric, your window treatments that you may have. You need to work with those to pick out your colors. So you want to proceed very, very carefully, very gingerly with color, and experiment with it, because it is an art form and it is not particularly easy to do. So I'm really a big advocate of keeping things kind of neutral. I certainly don't want it all neutral. I'd like to have some color in there, beautifully placed. But you might decide that you just want a complete neutral, complete white with just maybe a few pops of color somewhere, or even just touches of gold or touches of silver somewhere. That sounds awfully pretty to me too. Lots of glass and gleaming floors. Maybe your floors will make the statement for you and not the walls, because if you have really patterned floors and very, very patterned wallpaper or deep colors, you have a lot going on in that room, and you can't have too much going on in the upholstery of the furniture. So it's all amount of balance, discretion, and care. That is my style tip today on color. There's a lot more to be said about it, and I would like to say more about it. But for tonight, please like, subscribe, and pass along my blog.